Welcome to Mystic Moons. Hi, how are you today? Welcome to the ever-changing world, the ever-changing the United States. Other countries are going through this too. But we're just talking about the United States today. So many things are happening. So many things are not happening. So many things are not happening. And there's so much to process. I mean, we're told one thing and we're told another thing, and we do something and we're told, don't do this, don't do this, do that. You know, Robert Kennedy, strange man, strange man. We all know about him. Mystic Moon listeners, we all know him. He's been a political figure and just someone in your face a lot. He's also a member of the Trump administration. So we have to question his appointment. It's been questioned, I'll put it that way. His appointment to be Health and Human Service Secretary has been questionable. But however, he lent his support, a Democrat turning Republican, and going for a job in Donald J. Trump's administration. Now, he's always been the anti-vaxxer, anti-this, anti-that, in true Kennedy fashion. However, something is different now. Somewhere along the line, he has come up with some new ploy to make America healthy. Now, you have to ask, is his ways RFK Jr.'s ways the right way? What is it? The mark of the beast. Do you know what he's advocating? And meaning he's going to put his strength and his determination and his pen, his enforcement, to make all American citizens, visitors, whatever, wear wearables. So he knows where you are. So he knows, he's convinced that Americans do not know what's good for them. They do not know how to eat right, exercise, or what to eat, when to eat. We're totally clueless about taking care of our own autonomy, or not autonomy, anatomy. He's persisting in saying that we do not know how to take care of our own bodies. Now that's rather strange, isn't it? This wearables, the mark of the beast. I mean, you would think that his family stood for freedom, stood for things American, the Constitution, the whole purpose of the United States being created X amount of years ago. So we're told. So we've been, his father, his uncle lived for it. We're told. However, the true story is not only known to the players, not by us, the audience. History can say many things about many, many people. And the fact that his nephew, RFK Jr., is promoting the mark of the beast. Wearables. Right now we have the wearables are Apple Watches, Fitbit, we have Hoop and Aura rings, which cost a pricey, almost $600. Anywhere from, you spend from $100 to $600 for these wearables. And the fact of the matter is, he wants every single American to have one on their person 24/7, 365 days of the year. So you could be monitored, your heartbeat, what you eat, how you crap, do this, do that. So you can be told, instructed by some software program to have a healthy life. Now, isn't that strange? It's very strange. Very strange. Is this acceptable to the Americans? Is this acceptable to you to be tracked into a digital prison? That's all it is. And this is probably the step before they insert it in your palm, in your finger, in your thumb, in your neck, right? The wearables are the last stage before it becomes the implant. The implant, right? So the machines can watch where you go. Now, is this acceptable? Let's take a pull. All right, relax, everyone. Let's put on our psychic caps and let's just relax in our own domain, in our own casa, our own house, our own soft, comfy chair. And let's think about where we're headed. Where we're headed with all this boy tech. It certainly isn't girl tech, it's boy tech. I mean, first we have inflatable dolls, then we have robot dolls, then we have dolls, right? Then we have robot dolls. And why do we always have humanoid machines? They have to have something that looks like us. Now, this is like, it's taking Barbie and the Ken doll a little too far. A little too far. But anyway, let's go back to the wearables. On the humans that are left, it's so strange, the mark of the beast. How do we feel like the last stage before the implantables, the implants, mark of the beast? Let me see, how do we feel? It's one of these, this one. Mark of the beast. Is it acceptable? You could say the Americans were known not to be very bright. We know that. Americans are known to be rather dumb. That's what my friend abroad said. Americans are known to be dumb, fat and dumb. That's what we're always, that's how the Europeans and the Asians think about us, United States people. And is RFK Jr. the same way? He thinks that we're too stupid. You and I, me, you, them, they are too stupid to know how to eat, when to exercise, how to build a healthy body, irregardless of the synthetic food we eat daily, of the plastic water containers that we all receive, fluoride in the water, irregardless of how much crap that we're constantly ingesting. The air, the foul air, the chemtrails with their aluminum and the rest of their carcinogenic fallout stuff in it. I mean, we're sprayed like bugs, and we're still not hearing who's spraying us like bugs. But we're supposed to now and of course, 5G ionized radiation is good for us. It's bathing in something. But that's good, isn't it? But now we're supposed to have even more plug in 24/7. Go out and wear your watch, have your ring, and be cutesy about it. Cutesy. So let's see. Let's pick some cards. And let's see. The first thing we have is the moon. The moon. That's very fortuitous. That's very ominous. Moon. Where is this leading us? 1984? Brave New World? Sucker? A pantopic? Jailhouse? Watching all the time? Machines watching where you're going? Don't stay that. Don't sit down. Walk. You ate too much. No more food for you. You're too skinny. You're too fat. Oh, you can hear it now. Or, what did you eat? You can't eat that. And then have the food police. I mean, probably your machine will go zing, 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 like a beeper. Hey, you ate this, so you cannot have any rations. Rations. The world. So the whole world wants to become machines. Our civilization, the Western civilization, and also the Eastern civilization, they're pushing it too. Digital jailhouses. Jailhouses. You can't see the walls, but you certainly can feel the frequency. Can you imagine if you got out of line, they probably would just up something so you get a headache and go, oh no, I surrender, I surrender. Hello, how are you? Yes, you would say, I surrender. Would you say, I surrender? Would you say, thank you for the likes? Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Would you say, I surrender? I surrender to your dogma? And who the hell is programming these software programs that are going to be controlling our so-called wearables? And who's going to pay for the $99 to $600 for us to be fashionable with our wearables? Right? Wearables. We have the moon and we have the world. So this is a worldwide attempt by some alien civilization master who's telling the earthlings we want to make sure we know who to wipe out and for what reason. Right? Come on, this is not a human thing. We're not stupid. We're not stupid, you and I. Look at this. We have the Four of Wands. It's being embraced on a corporate level because they want to see and track and make sure that the very few at the top, keeping that hierarchical pyramid type thing tight. They want to make sure that there's only Bezos and Zuckerbergs and Palantir people on board on the top. The rest of us have to follow in line. They say we eat Soylent Green, mystery meat, mystery food, mystery drink, bug drink, Bill Gates's mealy word milkshake. We have to love it because our wearables will tell us it's good for you. It's good. Now, let's see what else. This is a very turning point when you have the Health and Human Services Secretary, head of the United States telling you, and he's also, strange we have the Four of Swords telling you you must wear wearables, and they're going to have a huge campaign. And then the people among us go, oh, yep, that sounds like a good idea. Oh, as if they can't teach you how to eat correctly. Excuse me. How to eat correctly. What your body needs. Let me have a drink of something. I hope I wasn't swallowing too hard, but anyway, it was the juice. Look, anyway, this is Four Swords, and RFK says within the 4 years, every single American will be wearing a damn wearable, a ring, a watch, an earring, a chain, a link. I will know. Somebody, a computer, will know exactly where everybody is every single 24/7. If you wear a ring, do you take it off at night? Usually you just keep it on. You keep it on when you take a shower. You may take your watch off, of course, but not your ring. Now that's a $600 investment. Oh, and then look at this. We have the King of Wands. See, they're planning on digitizing us and keeping us under the thumb. And, a lot of people are going to go, oh, wow, maybe you won't be able to go into buildings unless you have your wearable on. Four of Swords equal 4 years. He intends to get everybody into this brilliant scheme of his. I mean, I like to know, what is Kennedy, getting out of it? Is he getting some kind of huge financial payoff? Of course, everything is financial. Why would he be advertising wearables? Would wearables stop the assassination of his uncle and dad? Would it make them healthy? Do they have healthy lifestyles? What if you have a drink, your wearable is going to report you? Of course it will. If you have your smoke, the wearable will also say your lungs are getting shot and you're not worth rations. And then we have the Eight of Swords. Yes, this is a bind. This is the prison that they're etching, not etching, itching to put you and I and every single American. You imagine little kids going around, going to school with little watches, little rings, little tags. That's all they are. It's tags. Well, this is like a win for someone who's making these devices, and another win for those who are collecting data on all these devices. But for us, it is prison. It is digital jail with Big Brother, Uncle, Daddy. Like that's the president's called Daddy. You know, watching and knowing every single thing between the banking system. Of course, they're going to make out like bandits too. And everybody having a piece of what you do. In fact, they probably will know your name even when you walk into a building. If your smartphone, of course, doesn't tally everything up in between that, or your real ID with your biometrics all tied up neatly in it. This is turning out to become a very suffocating. This is what we have the Eight of Swords, suffocating future we have here with the tech giants, OpenAI, Palantir, Meta, Google. I'm missing, they go on, and the list goes on and on and on. It's all this watching. Why the hell are we watching so much of each other? No room to breathe, no room to grow, always calculating, telling you we know best. Give somebody a job, and they feel like, hey, I'm Lord. I'm a Lord. And the next thing we have is the Five of Wands. See how it goes? Five of Wands. Now, this is not cool. This is not the way of living a life. A controlled surveillance governed by machines, and lazy, deflated, insecure humans. Now, just think how advanced you are when you're giving up your motor skills because you're watching video all the time. And you're like learning how to write because you speak into these devices, speak to your refrigerator, speak to your stove, and you tell them just like the Jetsons. But how strong are you making yourself? And this is where the health and human services, meaning if you get food stamps, if you get Medicaid or even Medicare, if you get anything as services, health services, anything, you have to probably in a few months' time have to have a wearable on you. A wearable. This is not going to go over well. And this is what the champion of democracy, one of the best families for the so-called democracy, remember, in this country is advocating Pantopic digital jail. And once again, we have the moon. They're going to have to sell this pretty hard with lots of like CGI and deep flake characters with a machine AI script. Oh, nauseating. Then we have here the world, all over the world. It's not just the United States, it's Europe, it's Asia. It's like, that's what I mean. Who's directing this crap? It's non-human. It's definitely somebody who wants to know how to wipe a portion of the people out. Reduce the population by, first of all, knowing where they are, knowing exactly, pinpointing them. And you know how they'll find out? They're not going to, of course, all your records, your school records, no matter what school you went to, your everything records, whatever. And then just put a frequency beam on you with your 5G or 6G router, and boom, you're gone. Your history. And this again, the Four of Wands, It's inclusive. It's not just the United States. But right now we're talking about per country. It's a globalist, movement. And he says, "Make America healthy again." Maha, yeah, maha, ha ha. It's changing to ha ha, ha ha. Gotcha. Four of Swords. 4 years time, everything is going to be all zipped up. Zip, zip, zip. And then, of course, we have the King of Wands. That means it's just like in the plan that's been devised. The plan that's been devised. You have to imagine, people say like, oh, the mark of the beast in the Bible, right? You have to imagine, King James Bible, it's around, right? It's the only thing we read called the Bible. But do you know how many actual gospels were in that chapters, books? 77 were taken out. 77. King James took out 77 books of the Bible before we get the watered down version, including what he took out was the book of Enoch and the Gospel of Thomas, St. Thomas, I think they call him. So it's just like you got to really realize how pasteurized this whole scene that we've been like given. And then we are just realizing our own psychic, our cells are on a cellular level. We're recognizing where we belong in the universe and they want to clamp down on us. We're just getting our psychic abilities. We're getting our kinetic abilities. We're seeing things that we know that we've been great before. Us humans have been great before, and we didn't need a trillion or billion or million or even a 6K, a 6-digit salary to know that we were special. We have powers. We didn't need that. But yet they keep on throwing, you little people. We're not little people. We can go to the stars. We are in the stars. We are the stars. We are part of the galaxy. We are part of the universe, of the billions and billions of planets and millions of galaxies. And if you believe in the flat earth, we still have to recognize humans are not the only beings here. And you could say spirits, entities, blah, blah. The point is, this is going to be hell for us. And do you really want the mark of the beast on you, on your children? All right. Do you want the mark of the beast on your pets? We sort of already have tags on the pets. You want them on your parents, cousins, friends, right? The wearables. The wearables. It's very, 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 very. So, what do you think about it? How do you feel, Mystic Moon listeners, about the fact that the head of the health and human services is advocating having electronic monitoring of you on your person, which means a frequency beam is you're constantly beams with more radiation. It constantly, because the thing is monitoring your entire body. It's scanning you. And every time you go in and out of a building, you're scanned double by what you wear and, of course, the gadgets in the place that you're coming. It's a bit much, isn't it? You're chipped. Not only you have your banking cards, you have your things on your finger. And then, of course, who knows with the nanotechnology, the mysterious fog, those things, those nanobots in the air, even without the fog, the sprays up above in the sky are contaminated. We know that. What is the future for us? What is the future? What do they have planned? Their plan is becoming more and more visible. More and more visible. And we're not liking it. I mean, is this make America great again by having you under a magnifying glass, a grill, a chain around your neck, So if you protested against endless wars, you would get a little tug from your wearable. Hmm? Is this some kind of sneaky way to ID you all the time? All the time? 24/7, 365 days of the year? Rain or shine? You slept too much yesterday, or you didn't sleep enough, like you don't know. It's very funky. Very, very funky. Well, I'm going to give you those thoughts. Do you think it's acceptable to have the mark of the beast, to wear the mark of the beast on you 24, all the time, day and night and day, month after month? Is that what you want? Is that the kind of future world you want for yourself? Does that make you feel secure? That you need to be told what to eat, how to eat, when to sleep? Easy, queasy, sweet Mr. Health Life himself. Listen to him, his voice, his marriages. Didn't one of his wives commit suicide or something like that? I mean, how many children does, it's a very turbulent, it comes from not a very peaceful past, not a very healthy past. But yet for you and I, you might as well strap your laptop to yourself. It's very, very freaky. 1984, Mystic Moon listeners. Is this the way? Why do they want to keep us so dependent and so stifled and suffocatingly contrived in this kind of, you're so stupid type of reality? It's very funny. I mean, ironically, that someone tries so hard with so many people to keep them so positioned in a lowly place of fear, wonderment, stupidity. Right? Stupidity. Mystic Moon, I got a heart. I got a heart. Well, yes, do you want to be kept this way? I thought we were going for like Elon Musk said he wanted to colonialize, not colonialize. He wanted to have a colony on Mars. Now, how could we get to Mars with this kind of stupid attitude? How could we get anywhere? Anywhere in the galaxy, anywhere in the universe? Well, first of all, we don't know who we are, right? We don't know all the intel, because you can just look at the ancient buildings, okay? You can see how things were constructed. Now, they didn't do these things with a couple of like little rocks put together, make these buildings and these artwork and these sculptures. And we say, oh, the Chaldeans, they knew about astronomy. Now, people in this country don't even know where Washington is, DC. They don't even know any history. They don't know any places. They don't know geography. All right? But yet, how can we get stupider and stupider and a sluggish, lazy brain? I don't understand it. Do you? We're supposed to accept everything. And not only is he pushing these wearables, he's also pushing more mRNA, synthetic vaccines and things. Where is the connection with everything? I mean, yes, he wants to get mercury out of the vaccines and so forth and so on, but he's still pushing a synthetic messenger of our two strands of DNA, the RNA and the DNA. He's still pushing synthetic medicine, synthetic food, big pharma, and stuff like this. And now he's pushing in big tech. What is that? Do you understand? And then we have these, you don't see any fat robots, do you? I haven't, not yet. I mean, when the Elon Musk ones, you see them 6 feet and they're like, they're built for functionality and speed. They're not there going blimp, 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 blimp. Produce these machines and get the contracts and get the wealth, whereas all of us humans can access our psychic abilities and find out exactly where we aspire to be, where we are, and where we can grow. They don't want us to grow. Nobody knows, but we can guess. The world of watching is paranoid. The world of watching, the world of not having any dreams, the world of being slow and stupid is more controllable. It's more controllable. Then there could be only the low self-esteem people can have the adoration, and we can have a cult-like citizenship, society. Oh, massa, 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 master, master, master. Oh, great one, oh, great one. Oh, Lord, or Lordess. Oh, lowercase God, goddess. Yeah, all these things. All these things is where this machine oppressed civilizations are budding. Now anybody can watch any anime, watch any manga, too much manga. Maybe that's the case. Maybe our leadership is watching too much manga, watching too much anime. Maybe. I mean, you can tune into any Japanese English subbed manga, and they're spouting the same thing. As we inch towards debt and more debt and more debt and war and more war and more war, we have these wearables. Could these wearables be like a cue for the ice, a clue for ice to tell you who is legally here and who is not? There's many ways these wearables can be used. The data. Kabish? You kabish. You understand? You understand? Sabbath. You understand where I'm going at? That's like saying, we're turning parent control. We're turning this off because too many people are like into kiddie porn or something like that. Where they have you always go sexual, mainly, and also there's always an ulterior motive. It's like those Russian dolls. The first one you open up, and the second one gets smaller and smaller and smaller. There's something very fishy about this mark of the beast. And knowing how this tech-ridden, tech-obsessed, machine-obsessed administration, that's what they're trying, the New World Order, globalism. There's no MAGA movement, there's no nothing, there's no health movement. It's control. Control. How do you feel about that? Your free spirit, your beautiful selves. Listeners, your beautiful minds, your aura, your frequency. It has to be free. It has to grow. You cannot be clamped out and told, duh. All right, I'm going to leave. Anybody has any comments? Hi. How are you? Nice to see you. I'm glad you're new here. Yeah, what do you feel about this? I mean, really, isn't this kind of like stiflingly? It's like we're going, and our future seems more and more, I mean, like a quicksand. I mean, we're not going in a rocket ship, a spiritual rocket ship to any great heights. We're constantly being cowed into, go in a little corner and shiver, shiver, shiver. Don't grow, grow, grow. No. I mean, when are we going to have a health? We're going to have officials in charge of things that really want the citizens to explore their real selves. Don't you think so? Our real selves, our powerful real selves. Well, beautiful people, it's up to us to take our spirituality, our real selves, our psychic abilities, and teleport our senses to where it belongs, to where it should be, to where it's going, to lift up your frequency. Say no to wearables. You don't need to have more electronic radiation, radioactive radiation devices connected to you. Your arm could probably fall off, or your finger from all that radiation if they had a ring on it. If you want to wear a ring, wear a copper ring, which is good for your own bioelectronics, your electromagnetic force within you. We all have it. We are electric beings. We are. Hopefully, we'll get some intelligence soon. At least if we can't publicly get it, let's get it quietly. Or just, believe in yourself, okay? Believe in yourself. Keep the faith. Be strong. Be strong. Because, we're not stupid. We're not stupid. We're not far from being stupid. So if anybody has any questions, anybody would like to know how to turn on your psychicness, your abilities, your remote viewing, your clairvoyancy, telekinesis, it's all us. It's all us. It is us. And we can get there, and we will get there, and we are there. We have been there before. And why do they want the machines? They want the machines to make us not develop. That's true. Make us not develop. But I have faith in us. In us. And I could see that we are definitely going to get there where we should be. And one thing too with the alien technology that's all over the place, and the alien beings that are all over the place and coming, Voyager, that 50-year-old Voyager thing from NASA, that probe in the sky, it's coming back. It was dead. And all of a sudden, some device from far, far, far away turned it on again. And it's following. They're here. More and more people and more beings and more aliens, space aliens, they're coming here. They're coming, and they've been here before. They've been here before. It's just that we're too stupid, conditioned to be, to even realize all these things because we're kept in ignorance. And more ignorance is necessary for machines to rule the humans. It's 1984, Brave New World. It's a lot of sci-fi. Sci-fi is here. Yeah, I'm going to sign off. And if you like a reading or something, you know how to reach me. You can email me. Description's in the box. And if there's no questions, I'm going to sign off. So, peace. Think about this. Is it acceptable for you to have more tracking? Is surveillance? Do you need someone to say to you how to eat, how to sleep? Huh? Stupid. We're not. All right? Let's pull it together. Mystic Moons is out. Bye-bye.